and greetings from Aotearoa, New Zealand on New Year's Day 2023. Did you know that Kashmir is one of the most militarised zones in the world? In 2018, the UN released a report which was very damning for India and Pakistan because of the human rights abuses in Kashmir. In 2019, the Indian government stripped the last vestiges of independence from Kashmir, and this was both illegal and undemocratic. Kashmiris did not have a say in this. Please help us to help Kashmir have a say. Follow hashtag Let Kashmir Decide, and let's bring peace into 2023. Assalamu alaikum.
Kashmir dispute is the oldest unresolved international conflict of the world today, with Kashmiris are the primary party to this dispute, alongside India and Pakistan, two nuclear giants. This dispute makes this entire region a nuclear flashpoint. Enduring peace and stability in the region particularly and to the entire world generally depends upon the just and viable resolution to the long-standing issue of Jammu and Kashmir according to the people of Kashmir.
Hello, Happy New Year to everybody from Mirpur in the Pakistani administered Kashmir, and I wish best to the Let Kashmir Decide campaign, which is gradually growing and engaging more and more people and making them aware of the situation in Jammu and Kashmir. I hope that this campaign will continue growing and raising awareness about Kashmir question and the situation in Kashmir, and it will contribute in decolonization, demilitarization and self-determination in Jammu and Kashmir. So my best wishes and all the support is for the Let Kashmir Decide campaign. I'm standing here in Mirpur. I just show you the glimpses of what it looks like.
My name is Mahmood Faiz. I'm the chair of Deputy and Press Friends of Kashmir. Wishing you all a happy and prosperous new year. Remember, you don't have to be Kashmir to help Kashmir. You just have to be human.
Assalamu alaikum. I hope everyone is doing well. I was watching TV and everyone is talking about New Year everywhere, that everyone is very excited to celebrate New Year with their loved ones. So a thought came in my mind about innocent occupied Kashmiris. We live in a free country and live our lives as we want. But what about the people of Indian illegal occupied Jammu and Kashmir? Have you ever wondered how they are living their lives? Children whose fathers are absent from their homes, women whose husbands have been killed, mothers who do not have their childs with them. These are the peoples who cannot even breathe freely. Does India have any shame left? They declare themselves champions of democracy and human rights, and what they are actually doing in the land of occupied Jammu and Kashmir. We will fight and show the ugly face of Indian occupation to the world at all cost. Each Kashmiri has a painful and heart-wrenching story, but who cares? Because they are Muslims? The United Nations Security Council can no longer afford to ignore these human rights issues in Indian illegal occupied Jammu and Kashmir. Happy New Year, everyone.
My name is Vikash Maruf Chaudhary and I am from Azad Kashmir. This year, let's all unite with the Kashmiris for our future peace, justice and for our freedom. Kashmiris are suffering and need to be heard by the whole world. So please join us every 5th of the month for solidarity for Kashmir and to raise global awareness.
Hey guys, Happy New Year. I love you all. And solidarity, Mubarak everyone. Solidarity for Kashmir, hashtag Kashmir. And hopefully 2023 will be the year when Kashmir becomes free. And thoughts for Palestine as well. Everybody, I love you all. and take care and Happy New Year once again. And we're going to
As the world embarks on a journey to welcome 2023 with a lot of celebrations, hope, prayers for mankind, I hope and I do pray that the world realizes that the people of Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir are also human beings, also equal, and also have dreams, aspirations of living a secure, peaceful life full of freedom, hope and respect, not just for themselves, their children, but also for their future generations. But unfortunately, we are combating not just terrorism by the Indian state, but also genocide, and we are unarmed. And India is unfortunately breaking its own records of human rights violations with every passing year. Just in a span of 1 year, we've lost 312 innocent Kashmiris martyred by the Indian bullet. We have been victim of the worst form of terrorism, where thousands and thousands of Kashmiris have been arrested and insanely being slapped with draconian laws like PSA, UPA, Armed Forces Special Powers Act, TARA, and many other black laws, not just on our Kashmiri leadership, but human rights defenders, on our lawyers, on our professionals, academicians, civil society students, and all these thousands of arrested people. Not all of them land in jails, they land up in unmarked graves as missing persons. So one after the other, the crimes against humanity are never ending. 199 castles in the past 1 year, 116 military operations, and countless curfews being imposed, 164 incidents, minimum incidents of internet blockades, and countless economic blockades incidents. We have witnessed colossal damage of our economy, socio-economic, political rights, and whatnot. And my own husband has been sentenced to death in 2 life imprisonments and solitary confinement and whatnot. I just ask the world, are we just born to become just scapegoats?
With Just Peace Advocates from Canada, and as we wait for 2023 to arrive, we remember it's 75 years tomorrow since India sent a letter to the United Nations Security Council asking for the Council to intervene in regard to Kashmir. It was subsequently that spring, April 21st, 1948, that Resolution 47 was passed by the United Nations Security Council, which called for a free and impartial plebiscite that would determine the self-determination for the people of Kashmir. Canada was very much part of creating that resolution, with then our representative Andrew McNaughton, who also was the president of the United Nations Security Council, leading the development and being part of the implementation of that particular resolution. So here we are 75 years later, and the people of Kashmir are still waiting, and we still stand in solidarity for that call in regard to the plebiscite for self-determination for the people of Kashmir.
Hi there, this is Tanveer Ahmed, and on behalf of Let Kashmir Decide, the very dynamic movement led by Claire Bidwell of Scotland, I would just like to say that it's very heartening and inspiring to know that you're carrying out this work, which essentially the people of this territory should have carried out many, many years ago. But we thank you for leading the way and showing the people here that fighting for your rights is an inclusive process. You have to include all stakeholders in order to make any progress, and none of our people understood that, ever understood that. And thank you very much for leading the way. Let's keep going.
Free Kashmir. Stand with Kashmir. Let Kashmir decide. Let's fight for these slogans to become the reality in 2023. Kashmiris have a right to determine their own future. We need to stand with Kashmiris to achieve this right.
And Scotland, they care about human rights. And it was quite alarming because many people below the age of kind of 25 hadn't even heard of Kashmir rugs, let alone Kashmir. So there is so much work to do. And there are so many Kashmiri groups, organizations and Kashmiris in the UK as well as internationally that have the knowledge. They've kept it there for 75 years. So when we are working with others with that networking, it's that for me wanting to raise awareness and build solidarity, then I can hear all that perspective, all that research, what they have, and we can put people in touch with other people and make those connections. We don't want to duplicate work. Nobody should be duplicating others' work, but people could be supporting it and emphasizing it. So, for example, main groups in the UK that are putting on, conferences or sending out the vans with the slogans on social media, we can share that and we can support that and highlight that, and making it about the humanity brings it to the level of we can go above religion, we can go above ideologies, we can go above culture, caste or creed. We're all human beings on this planet, and it's for me essentially, I live on a Scottish island and it's peaceful, and it's like unbelievable when you see and contrast that with what other people are having. And that's what is essential with all this networking, to learn what's going on. When I went out to Pakistan and was in Islamabad, able to meet with many different people. So Altaf Wani from Kerr, all the research that they've been doing on human rights abuses and atrocities in Kashmir, I'm given the literature, I've shared the literature, I've heard the news, I'm able to read that and then share that out forwards. I'm not able to go into Indian occupied Kashmir and do my own personal research, but they can. Amnesty International in the UK are about to drive their campaign out forwards in the UK. By making connections with them, I'm able to be a part of that and put voices out.
Happy New Year, brothers and sisters. I just want everyone to know that we're going to continue to do the same thing in 2023 that we've done in the past many years, and that is to continue to work with others, to work with anyone, to build an international movement in solidarity with the Kashmiri people so that they may be strengthened in their resolve and in their struggle to build a free Kashmir. That is our promise.